Hi guys, today I'll be showing you how we got one of our clients from nowhere, from zero rankings on Google, no website, no nothing, no backlinks, no heavy social media stuff, just purely SEO and strategy, right? So this is one of our clients here in Kuching. Now they're running a CCTV security systems, home security systems here in Kuching, and pretty much the entire Sarawak, right? They are a real business. They provide services to companies, to smaller businesses, big corporates, government agencies, installing auto gates and whatnot, right? So, so today I'll be showing you this step-by-step mindset of when you're starting from scratch, you do not know how you're gonna come up with a structure for it. This is a guide, a walkthrough where you can kind of like follow the gist of what the strategy is outlining and how you can implement it for other businesses or for your own business next time, right? So now what is Google SEO? Essentially it is a collection of information, right? So let me you need to understand this first. What is Google SEO? So SEO essentially is a collection of information going in and out within an entity. All right. So your entity is actually a website. Okay. So you need to be able to demonstrate your expertise. In this case, it is a CCTV. It is a security systems. It is a what else you got? You got auto gate systems, all right? For obvious reasons, before you even start building the website, you need to be able to talk to your client and ask, what are they doing? What is their business doing? Where do they operate? Is it just in one location, or is there multiple locations? How often do they run their business? Is it every week? Is it every month? Who are their clients? You need to understand all these things first before you even execute anything, any write up, or engage with any sales expert or AI tools and whatnot, because otherwise you do not know how you're going to come up with what you call the brain, the SEO, right? So once you have all this information, only then you can ask yourself, right? Uh, there are certain keywords that I want to build, and I want to be able to structure a website in such a way that it's going to show services pages, because for obvious reasons the businesses offer services, right? So you have repairs, you have um, maintenance, right? You have installation services, right? What else do you have? You have products, right? So products, it can be CCTV, it can be AutoGate, it can be um, what else can be? I'm just trying to think at the top of my head without even looking at the website, guys, because I'm literally building everything from scratch for you to see how is the thinking process, so that you can get a gist of what I'm trying to talk about here. Because a lot of information that you have online is a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but not the entire scope of things, like how you should look at it generally. And then you work more on the specifics, right? So you have the product, you have AutoGate, you have auto lock systems, right? Then you have brands, because for obvious reasons, these kind of products have different brands. So you have Japanese brands, you have German brands. So you get the gist of what I'm trying to say here. You're trying to build a knowledge, you're trying to build a brain for the website. It's going to link to the website in order for Google to love your website, right? So they're trying to love your website because it knows that your entity, your website, is a very knowledgeable website. It knows what it's talking about. It is providing a particular service, and it's showing to Google that you're a real business, you're a real person, There are people engaging in you, whether it's your social media and whatnot, or your Google reviews. Okay. Now, this is an example of what we did for our CCTV security system company, right? So as you can see, we're showing the services, what is it talking about. Next is it's talking about who our clients are, okay, why you should choose us. You can use WordPress, you can use Wix, it doesn't matter, guys. You just need to build this knowledge base. So this is obviously our client here. We have asked permission to showcase his website. So right here, I'm just trying to show you what are some of the key things that you have to implement. Okay, things like WhatsApp me. This is gonna make sense. It's because when people visit the website, they want to know straight away. They want to know, they want to ask questions. Right? So without linking it to a chatbot, it's maybe sometimes it's better to link it straight to the source, which is either the sales team or the owner himself, which in this case is the sales team themselves. Only from there you can see how conversions will start to accumulate over time, right? Don't make it so hard where people have to click different funnels with too many pages, right? They create way too many pages where it goes down. In one page it goes down again, and then finally going to the WhatsApp. You know, this is not going to go anywhere. You have to make it easier for the customer who wants to know your services, right? It has to be quick. So this, when you embed the WhatsApp on your website, most likely they're going to click and then they're going to ask whatever questions they want to ask. Okay. Now, about the Google reviews, Google locations, you need to be able to embed it on the whole page. That is one of our tactics on how we verify the EEAT aspects. Okay, if you don't know what this is, please look it up. I'm not going to explain what EEAT is. Essentially, this is the parameters or metrics that Google will identify whether or not you're a real business or you're just a guy creating content on a website. Because essentially, that's not what Google wants. There's just way too many of that. So our algorithm will be able to find whether or not you're a real business or you're just some schmuck creating content on the net. Okay. So that is that. Next, we'll be talking about the services pages. Okay. So in the services pages, you have different identification or the different execution of the business. What are they doing? What are they offering? How are they offering it? Okay, you need to be able to link it from the service pages and then go to the individual service pages where you go deep dive and talk about what is for example, a queue management system, what is this, what is that, okay, why should you trust, who are the clients again, and there's probably FAQs is talking specifically about that particular service. Okay, so as you can see, it's a funnel. It's a funnel where it goes from the home page, service page, and then more the individual services pages. Okay, so this essentially it's building love for the algorithm to love your website back. Right, so this is one. There's the services pages. Then the next thing is all about brands. Okay, so these are brands that are related to the products that the company is offering. Different brands, because for obvious reasons these guys have partnerships with other companies. Okay, they don't create their own CCTV and technology and whatnot. They are just an installation service company, a contractor. Okay, so if you talk about the brand, linking it back to obviously the main website of the brand. Okay, so this builds more knowledge for the website. The About Us page is one of those things where the algorithm identifies whether or not you're a real business entity. So when you're a real business entity, most likely Google is gonna love your website, right? I'll get into the details later on. Now, the last thing I want to show you is more on the product pages. There's nothing fancy about this, guys. This, I believe, a lot of businesses can do. It's just a matter of how how well can you start from scratch? See, when you start with a strategy mindset such as this, you know from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 until the end, because you don't waste time doing maintenance, which a lot of agencies do. They do this maintenance retainers uh, to obviously get money, but essentially the main client is not getting much benefits from it, because they're spending all this money to do maintenance, and when they look at the back of the website, there's not much, you see. So what we provide here is we have everything figured out from the start, and we implement it within less than a week, or less than 2 weeks, less than a month, depending on the projects. Okay. So what I'm trying to show you here is the different brands. Obviously, the website is still in the works. Okay. But let's say if you click on a brand, you're talking essentially you're talking about each of the products, the branded products, like where it is, what does it do, specifications. So as you can see, there's a lot of deep dive knowledge about the main business. All right. So if you go back here, so we have the main business, and we're creating all the different entities and brain essentially about the business, right? We have the services pages, product pages, brand pages, etc., etc. Okay, so it goes on and on. Okay? So this is how we build the websites for this particular client. Okay? So if you want to see how the certain keywords that's ranking for, so if I go to here, let me refresh this. So if I go to the Google Search Console, you'll be able to see based on impressions, CCTV systems in Sarawak, because this is what the client wants to rank for, right? So if I go to incognito, here you go, it's right here, best CCTV surveillance systems in Sarawak. So as you can see, this is what I talk about when you have the different supplier pages, services pages that describe the services. Okay, you just attach a few images about what is it about and what they're offering, and there you go. See, from zero, if I can show you here, we started around 2nd of March. Okay, that's about 2-3 weeks, and then as we start to build the pages over time, you will start to rank. Okay, because systems like this is in Sarawak is still not as competitive as West Malaysia. That's why you don't really get too crazy of a volume. But if people were to look down and if they were to search other brands, at least for something that is new, guys, for a website that's completely new, out of nowhere, in less than a month, you're able to see that if you're able to build all this mind map for your website, you are able to rank. Okay, but you have to build it carefully. Now, how are you going to do it? Okay, in Blackstone here, we use a tool called Ahrefs. This is one of our tools that we use to build websites and SEO for all our clients. So if you have a keyword such as security systems, okay, you can see it's a very low keyword, low volume keyword. You can see all your competitors right here, and you can actually filter it with your country, right? So if you can see the keyword, then you can see your competitors. Try to observe how they do their thing, right? How they structure the website and whatnot. You see they have YouTube, they have people talking about it. To me, I think this is somewhat of a ranking factor, because for obvious reasons, Google and YouTube are the same people. They own each other. Okay. Obviously, this is an app. So what we're doing here is not an app. It is a service business. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to say here. Okay. It's trying to explain different things. Probably doesn't have a lot of internal links. But for security systems, it's ranking #1 in Malaysia. Okay, so you're not gonna building SEO is not gonna be a direct, from day one you're gonna be ranking number one. You have to slowly build it, but your step one has to be right. You see, if your step one starting is not correct and your strategy and your planning is all out of place, you're not going to go anywhere in the long term. So you need to be able to observe what your competitors, how does your competitor structure their websites. Okay, so as you can see, I was right. I don't. You see how they talk about different things, security system, hazard sensors, and whatnot. You can even use this tool called detailed SEO extension, where you can actually see what keywords they use and how they structure the H2s and H1s and H3s, so that Google knows you're not a thin content. You're actually explaining what the content is about, what that page is all about, right? So this is one way how we strategize the entire thing. One way is strategize for our particular client here, Ionic Security Systems. Right? So you have competition. Next, if let's say you want to look for backlinks, you can just go backlinks and then filter backlinks based on the traffic, because that's what good backlinks are for. As you can see, the competition is not so tight for security systems, very low. The backlinks linking from the source is not really related. So it's somewhat of a low-hanging fruit competition, right? Because to build this, you need money to be able to build all these backlinks, linking to your websites, linking to your social media profiles. Yeah, that's how you build more PR. That's how you build more trust to Google. Okay, so as you can see, and next thing, if let's say you want to look for keywords, more keywords, you can just type CCTV. Right? You want to look for more questions. For example, here you can go to questions, and then you can just look and strategize how you're gonna write all these things up, and go to ChatGPT or DeepSeek and just come up with all these blogs and then structure your website carefully. Okay, so that is how we strategize and put everything in place from day one. How we're going to strategize for day 2, day 3 onwards. Okay? So this is one of the methods that you can use. A real method, no hanky-panky, there's no secrets behind it. It's just hard work and strategy and implement it from the get-go, but have to be placed in such a way that it makes sense for the algorithm. Okay? So guys, if you need help for any of your structuring or any of your content strategy, let us know in the comments, and I'll be happy to just do the consultation all for free. All right, thank you.